In the heart of the Pacific, 2,000 miles from any continent, volcanic fire meets endless ocean. Here, the youngest land on Earth rises from depths beyond measurement. The Hawaiian Islands emerged from the seafloor through millions of years of eruption and creation, each island a chapter in an ongoing geological epic. Ancient Polynesians navigated to these shores guided only by stars, currents, and the flight of birds. They paddled double-hulled canoes across 2,000 miles of open water, carrying their entire civilization in wooden vessels. They called this place Hawaii, the sacred homeland where gods and mortals walk the same ground. The archipelago stretches across 1,500 miles of Pacific waters, from the Big Island where lava still flows to the ancient peaks of Kauai worn smooth by time. 8 major islands rise above the surface, each possessing unique landscapes and microclimates. Some areas receive barely 10 inches of rain annually, while peaks just miles away drown in 400 inches. This is a place of extremes where snow-capped volcanoes overlook tropical beaches. This is a journey through islands where creation continues, where tradition endures against overwhelming change, and where nature displays power beyond imagination. From the glowing rivers of molten rock to the thundering surf of the North Shore, from ancient temples to modern memorials, the story of Hawaii is still being written. The story begins where all Hawaiian stories begin, in fire. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park encompasses landscapes that exist nowhere else on Earth. Here, on the Big Island's southeastern flank, the planet's interior reaches the surface. Kilauea, among the world's most active volcanoes, has erupted continuously for decades, its fires burning since 1983, with only brief pauses. Molten rock at 2,000 degrees flows from deep chambers, following ancient pathways carved by previous eruptions. The lava moves like a living river, sometimes slow as honey, sometimes rushing in channels that glow orange against the night. Where molten rock meets ocean, steam erupts in billowing clouds as new land is born. 50 acres added to the island since eruptions began. The earth here breathes and shifts, cracks and glows with inner heat. Craters collapse and reform, painting the landscape in shades of black, rust, and silver. Sulfur deposits create fields of yellow crystal that shimmer in volcanic steam. The Halemaumau crater, once a lake of liquid lava, now measures 300 feet deep and continues to evolve with each seismic event. Native Hawaiians revere Pele, the goddess of fire, whose presence is felt in every tremor and flow. Offerings of flowers and gin appear at crater edges, gifts to the temperamental deity who creates and destroys with equal passion. Traditional chants speak of Pele's journey from island to island, seeking a home for her eternal fires. She found it here, in this landscape of perpetual transformation. To witness creation itself is to understand Hawaiian cosmology made manifest. The park's 330,000 acres contain not just volcanoes, but also rainforests, deserts, and coastline, where ancient petroglyphs mark sacred spaces. This is where Earth reminds us that our world is never finished. Northwest, on the island of Kauai, the oldest of the main Hawaiian islands, a different ancient force reveals itself. Waimea Canyon stretches 10 miles long, 1 mile wide, and 3,600 feet deep into the island's volcanic heart. Mark Twain called it the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, though its emerald walls and crimson cliffs create an entirely unique spectacle. Where Arizona's canyon displays stark desert beauty, Waimea explodes with tropical color and cascading water. 6 million years of erosion carved these layers, each stratum telling stories written in volcanic basalt and sediment. The Waimea River, fed by Mount Waialeal, among Earth's wettest spots, slowly cut through ancient lava flows. Waterfalls cascade from heights hidden by mist, feeding streams that shimmer silver through the canyon floor 4,000 feet below. The colors shift with every passing cloud, ochre to rust, jade to deep green, violet shadows in the depths. Morning light paints the eastern wall gold, while afternoon sun illuminates hidden valleys. After rare rains, dozens of temporary waterfalls appear on cliff faces, vanishing within days. Trade winds funnel through the gorge, carrying the scent of wild ginger and eucalyptus. Indigenous plants cling to impossible ledges where rainfall nourishes life in abundance. The iliao, found nowhere else on Earth, grows in clusters along the rim. Native honey creepers flutter between flowering plants, their songs echoing off canyon walls. Multiple lookout points offer perspectives from rim to depths, each revealing different aspects of the canyon's character. The Kilauea Lookout peers into valleys so remote that they remain accessible only by helicopter or arduous hiking. This canyon is time made visible, water's patient victory over volcanic rock, a masterpiece painted by erosion. Following Kauai's northern coastline leads to terrain that has defied human conquest for millennia. The Na Pali Coast rises as a fortress of fluted cliffs, some towering 4,000 feet above the Pacific. 17 miles of vertical valleys and knife-edge ridges remain untouched by roads or development. The name Na Pali means the cliffs in Hawaiian, a simple designation for landscapes that defy adequate description. Ancient Hawaiians cultivated taro in these valleys, building stone terraces that still mark the landscape centuries after abandonment. They lived in harmony with this vertical world, fishing from outrigger canoes and farming the narrow valley floors. The Kilauea Valley, largest of Na Pali's chasms, once supported a thriving community. Ruins of stone platforms and irrigation systems speak of sophisticated agriculture in seemingly impossible locations. Waterfalls plunge directly into the ocean from heights that seem to touch low clouds, 2,000 feet of unbroken fall. During winter storms, wind catches the falling water and blows it upward in defiance of gravity. Sea caves, carved by millennia of waves, echo with sounds that early navigators used for orientation in fog. Some caves penetrate hundreds of feet into the cliff face, accessible only when seas calm during summer months. The coast is accessible only by boat, helicopter, or the Kilauea Trail, an 11-mile path that traverses ridges above sheer drops. The trail follows ancient Hawaiian routes, crossing streams and hugging cliff faces where one misstep means disaster. Hikers must ford streams that rage during rains and traverse sections where the path narrows to mere feet. Spinner dolphins patrol offshore waters in pods of 50 or more, their synchronized leaps a daily ballet. Seabirds nest in crevices beyond human reach, red-footed boobies, frigate birds, and endangered petrels. This is wilderness preserved not by decree, but by its own impassable nature, beauty maintained by inaccessibility. On Maui, the journey turns skyward to where the atmosphere thins and starlight intensifies without interference. Haleakala, the House of the Sun, rises 10,023 feet above the Pacific, high enough that visitors cross through cloud layers to reach its summit. The dormant volcano last erupted in 1790, but scientists consider it merely sleeping, not extinct. The volcanic crater spans 7 miles across and 21 miles in circumference, a moonscape of cinder cones painted in rust, purple, and ash. Hawaiian tradition holds that the demigod Maui lassoed the sun here, slowing its journey across the sky to lengthen the day for his mother's kapa cloth to dry. The sun, impressed by Maui's strength and determination, agreed to move more slowly across Hawaiian skies. This legend explains why Hawaii enjoys longer twilights than locations at similar latitudes. Dawn at Haleakala transforms the crater into a sea of clouds touched with rose and gold. Hundreds gather before sunrise, wrapped in blankets against near-freezing temperatures, waiting for the moment when sun breaches the horizon. The crater's interior glows with alpenglow, first violet, then pink, then blazing orange as direct sunlight reaches the summit. Cinder cones cast long shadows across the crater floor, creating a landscape that shifts by the minute. The silver sword plant grows only here and nowhere else on Earth, taking 20 to 50 years to bloom once before dying. The plant resembles a silver pom-pom, each leaf covered in reflective hairs that protect against intense sun and freezing nights. When it finally blooms, a single stalk rises 6 feet high, covered in hundreds of purple flowers. After blooming, the plant dies, scattering seeds to continue the species in this harsh alpine desert. Observatories crown the peak above the crater, where some of the world's most powerful telescopes study distant galaxies. The air here is so clear and dry that astronomers can peer deeper into space than almost anywhere else on Earth. The atmosphere contains less than half the oxygen found at sea level, requiring visitors to acclimatize slowly. The temperature can drop below freezing, while tropical beaches bask in 80-degree warmth just 30 miles away. Two worlds exist here, one of tropical abundance, one of alpine emptiness, separated by a single winding road. Descending from Haleakala's heights, a winding road traces Maui's eastern coastline through landscapes that shift with every curve. The road to Hana curves through 620 turns and crosses 59 bridges in just 52 miles. Built in 1927 by convict labor, the road clings to cliffs while hugging the rainforest coast. Most bridges accommodate only one vehicle, requiring drivers to yield and proceed with patience, a metaphor for the journey itself. Waterfalls appear around blind corners, some falling directly beside the narrow pavement. Wailua Falls drops 80 feet into a pool where brave swimmers plunge from surrounding rocks. Upper Waikani Falls, known as Three Bears, cascades in 3 distinct tiers through jungle foliage. During heavy rains, dozens of temporary waterfalls appear on cliff faces, visible for hours before disappearing. The route passes through rainforest where bamboo groves create living tunnels that dim the midday sun. Wind through bamboo creates rhythmic clicking and creaking, a natural music that ancient Hawaiians incorporated into their spiritual practices. Wild ginger blooms along the roadside, their white flowers releasing perfume that fills the humid air. Black sand beaches nestle in coves protected by lava rocks. Waianapanapa State Park's beach seems to absorb light rather than reflect it. The sand consists of pulverized lava ground by waves into fine particles over centuries. Sea caves pierce the cliffs, their interiors echoing with waves that surge through lava tubes. Hawaiian legend claims the caves were refuge for a princess fleeing her jealous husband. Pools fed by mountain streams invite swimmers into water clear as glass. The 7 sacred pools at Ohio cascade from mountain heights to ocean, each pool feeding the next. Pipiwai Trail climbs through the reserve to Waimoku Falls, a 400-foot cascade that pounds the rocks with perpetual thunder. The town of Hana itself remains deliberately removed from modern development, preserving traditions and a pace that seems frozen in the 1950s. Local families have lived here for generations, maintaining connection to land and sea. This journey is meditation in motion, each turn revealing new combinations of jungle, cliff, and sea. The road matters more than the destination. Westward to Oahu, where natural grandeur meets human history along a famous stretch of sand. Waikiki Beach curves beneath Diamond Head, a 300,000-year-old volcanic crater that has become Honolulu's defining silhouette. The Hawaiians called the crater Leahi, brow of the yellowfin tuna, for its profile when viewed from the sea. British sailors renamed it Diamond Head after calcite crystals in the rock sparkled like diamonds in sunlight. The crater rises 760 feet, its slopes covered in dry grass that glows gold in afternoon light. Military fortifications from World War II remain hidden in the crater walls, gun emplacements and observation posts that once guarded against Japanese attack. The Summit Trail, built by the Army in 1908, leads through these tunnels and up steep staircases to panoramic views. Hawaiian alii, nobility, once surfed these waves on boards carved from native koa wood weighing up to 200 pounds. Duke Kahanamoku, Waikiki's most famous son, introduced surfing to the world in the early 1900s, becoming Hawaii's first Olympic gold medalist in swimming. His statue stands on Waikiki Beach, arms spread in welcome, draped daily with fresh lei. Today, the beach remains a convergence point where Pacific cultures meet modern tourism. Outrigger canoes slice through morning surf as they have for centuries, now carrying tourists but using traditional techniques. Beach boys, a profession unique to Waikiki, teach surfing and share ocean knowledge passed through generations. The Royal Hawaiian Hotel, the Pink Palace of the Pacific, opened in 1927 as a luxury destination for steamship travelers. Its Moorish architecture and coral pink facade have hosted royalty, presidents, and Hollywood stars for nearly a century. Next door, the Moana Surf Reader, Waikiki's first hotel, has welcomed guests since 1901. At sunset, the ocean transforms into sheets of copper and violet, while Diamond Head's summit catches the last golden rays. Friday evenings bring the Hilton's fireworks display, a tradition visible from beaches up and down the coast. This single stretch of sand and stone contains multitudes, ancient Hawaiian heritage, early tourism history, military significance, and contemporary island culture, all layered like the geological strata in Diamond Head itself. Across the island, a harbor holds memories that changed the course of history and continue to resonate through generations. Pearl Harbor's waters appear calm today, reflecting clouds and palm trees in mirror-like stillness. On December 7, 1941, this peaceful anchorage became a battlefield in minutes when 353 Japanese aircraft attacked without warning. The assault began at 7:55 a.m. on a quiet Sunday morning when most sailors were sleeping or preparing for breakfast. The USS Arizona Memorial spans the sunken battleship where 1,177 crew members remain entombed. The ship sank in 9 minutes after a bomb penetrated her forward magazine, triggering a catastrophic explosion. Her hull still rests on the harbor bottom, clearly visible through shallow water. Oil still seeps from the wreck after more than 80 years, rising in droplets called the Tears of the Arizona, up to 9 quarts daily. The memorial's white structure, designed by architect Alfred Price himself, a detainee during the war, creates a space for reflection above waters that hold profound loss. Its sagging center and raised ends symbolize initial defeat and ultimate victory. The shrine room lists every name of those lost, arranged by rank and division. Survivors of the Arizona can choose to be interred with their shipmates, their ashes placed by Navy divers in the wreck below. Nearby, the USS Missouri displays the deck where World War II ended with signed surrender documents on September 2, 1945. General Douglas MacArthur presided over the ceremony while Allied representatives watched Japanese officials sign instruments of surrender. The Missouri, last battleship ever built, served through the Korean War and Desert Storm before retiring here. These vessels, one lost and one victorious, stand as bookends to a war that reshaped generations and redefined global power. The USS Bowfin submarine, the USS Oklahoma Memorial, and numerous interpretation centers complete the historical complex. Over 2 million visitors annually walk these decks and peer into history preserved with reverence. History here is not distant but present, demanding remembrance while teaching lessons that remain relevant across decades. From memorials of the past, the journey turns to living wonders beneath the waves. Hanauma Bay curves into Oahu's southeastern coast, a volcanic crater half collapsed into the Pacific 32,000 years ago. The remaining walls create a natural amphitheater where turquoise water meets white sand in perfect shelter. From above, the bay resembles a horseshoe of reef and rock, embracing water so clear that the bottom is visible at 30 feet. The Hawaiian name means curved bay, though its deeper meaning speaks of a place bent by the ocean's power. Ancient Hawaiians fished these waters, but recognized the bay as a nursery where young fish matured protected from open ocean predators. They practice kapu, sacred restrictions, limiting harvest to ensure abundance for future generations. Today, Hanauma Bay serves as Hawaii's most visited marine sanctuary, welcoming over 1 million visitors annually. All must watch an educational presentation before entering, learning that they are guests in an ecosystem more fragile than it appears. Standing on coral, touching marine life, or wearing sunscreen containing certain chemicals is prohibited, rules that protect what took millennia to create. Beneath the surface, the bay transforms into a cathedral of coral and light. Over 400 species of fish inhabit these reefs, from tiny cleaner wrasses to substantial parrotfish that crunch coral into sand. Yellow tangs drift in schools that shimmer like moving gold. Humu humu nuku nuku apua'a, Hawaii's state fish, patrol the shallows, their triggerfish bodies painted in geometric patterns of blue, yellow, and black. Green sea turtles, known as honu in Hawaiian, glide through the water with prehistoric grace. These creatures can live over 80 years, returning to the same beaches where they hatched decades before. They feed on algae growing on the reef, their powerful beaks designed to tear vegetation from rock. Swimming alongside a turtle creates a moment of connection across species, their ancient eyes regarding humans with what seems like curiosity. The coral reef itself is a living structure built by billions of tiny polyps over thousands of years. Each polyp secretes calcium carbonate, slowly constructing the intricate architecture that shelters entire ecosystems. Coral formations branch like underwater trees, creating forests where fish hide, hunt, and rest. The reef grows perhaps half an inch per year, meaning some structures are older than the oldest trees on land. The bay faces constant pressure from its own popularity. By the 1980s, coral coverage had declined by half as crowds trampled reefs and fish fled from constant disturbance. Conservation efforts since then have reversed much damage, visitor education, capacity limits, and reef restoration showing measurable success. The bay now serves as a model for sustainable marine tourism worldwide. Morning light penetrates the water in shafts that illuminate suspended particles like stars in a liquid sky. Afternoon brings different beauty as sun moves overhead, eliminating shadows and revealing every detail of the reef. Even from shore, the water's clarity allows views into this underwater world, a window that invites exploration while demanding respect. On Oahu's north shore, the ocean displays its most spectacular power in an annual winter performance. Winter swells generated by storms thousands of miles away in the North Pacific converge on these beaches with focused fury. The continental shelf drops away sharply here, allowing waves to maintain their energy until they detonate against the reef. Waves at Pipeline, Waimea Bay, and Sunset Beach can reach heights of 40 feet or more. Some swells tower at 60 feet face height. The Banzai Pipeline forms its legendary tube when waves hit a shallow reef at precise angles. The wave pitches forward, creating a barrel that surfers shoot through at speeds exceeding 20 miles per hour. The reef lies only inches beneath the surface. Falls here can be fatal, as the shallow coral has claimed lives. Professionals risk everything for 10-second rides through nature's most perfect cylinder. Waimea Bay, sacred to ancient Hawaiians, holds waves that break in deeper water but with no less power. Eddie Aikau, legendary lifeguard and surfer, never lost anyone at Waimea during his years of patrol. The Eddie Aikau Big Wave Invitational runs only when waves reach 20 feet minimum. Some years, it doesn't happen at all. The event honors Eddie, who disappeared in 1978 attempting to paddle for help when the Hokulea capsized. Surfers from every ocean-bordering nation arrive to test themselves against these moving mountains. The Van's Triple Crown of Surfing crowns champions across 3 North Shore breaks each winter. Professional careers are made or broken on these waves, where performance is measured in seconds of perfection. The sound of winter surf is constant thunder, shaking the ground with each impact and rattling windows a quarter-mile inland. Spray from the largest sets reaches 100 feet into the air, creating rainbows in afternoon sun. Local residents measure time by the surf, 3-wave cleanup sets, or 6-foot days, a language outsiders struggle to comprehend. Summer brings transformation as the ocean flattens to glassy calm. The same beaches that hosted winter's fury become swimming pools where sea turtles are visible from shore. Children play where professionals risked their lives months before. Snorkelers drift over reefs that disappear beneath foam in winter. Local communities have shaped surfing from ancient Hawaiian practice into global sport and art form. Yet the waves themselves remain indifferent to human ambition, breaking with the same force they have for millions of years. Respect for the ocean is not abstract here. It is survival. It is culture. It is the foundation of island life. This is where ocean reminds land of impermanence, where power and beauty merge, where humans learn humility. The Hawaiian Islands exist in constant transformation. Lava creates land while waves erode it, each force locked in eternal competition. Ancient traditions adapt without losing their essence, finding ways to survive in a modern world. These islands teach that permanence is illusion, that life flourishes precisely because of change, not despite it. Fire meets water in spectacular collision. Past meets present on beaches where DNA testing reveals Polynesian voyagers' incredible journey. Earth reveals its living heart in craters that glow with inner fire. From the youngest land on the planet to traditions spanning 3 millennia, Hawaii contains multitudes. It is a laboratory where creation continues, where culture survives against odds, where nature demonstrates that human presence is temporary but beauty is eternal. The islands remain, continuing their slow journey northwest on the Pacific Plate, moving 4 inches each year toward eventual submersion. New islands will rise as the hotspot punches through the crust again. The cycle continues: fire, water, life, erosion, rebirth. This is Hawaii, forever changing, forever beautiful, forever teaching those who take time to listen.